I
Oh, I did.
would.
Hey, Bill Byers, yeah. Sorry, what? Probably not.
That's a 50-50 chance.
Are you sure?
Did
We're
you hit
live
the live
now?
button?
Okay. So what podcast is it? Why didn't you do an intro?
You did an intro?
Chris, you are looking like a white knight today, buddy. Face is gleaming.
I'm telling you, it's the background. The
See, no,
background's
it's fine
screwing
now.
me.
That's fine now. And now it's shiny. And now it's fine. Lean forward again.
I daren't.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I daren't.
Daytime. Daytime. Oh,
Close curtain.
yeah. He hasn't got one.
Just put a box in front of the wall.
Fine business model, though. Like what part of it? Ubisoft say that because they only sell Ubisoft games on Uplay. Origin do the same, but do they? I thought it was only EA games.
So I
Oh,
think the
that's what I
main.
mean. Oh,
So I think the main problem with it is Steam's just taking too large a cut in that scenario. Like, why wouldn't a developer go to either sort themselves out and put themselves up on their own place, or go through somebody cheaper?
yeah.
If you realistically, what Epic started on a website you could download Fortnite on,
Well,
that was it.
there's two ways to look at it. There's two ways to look at it, right? From a dev point of view, which is what Quiz is coming at. Quiz, by the way. Um, if you're an indie dev, you can't afford that, so you have to go to Steam, who are going to give you servers and a place to sell your game for free.
But so would Epic.
But it's going to be exclusive. The servers aren't as good.
Have
You're not going to sell as many copies of your game. Yeah. And if
it,
you're,
it
and if
depends on
you're,
that balance. It depends on that balance.
yeah.
Sounds good.
Same as on Steam, right? £5 sale value. Yeah. 500 quid. Boom.
It's been a good day for me.
Yeah. Paint that wall.
Your game must be better than
It's
mine, not
3,000.
gonna lie.
It's the same game. Still 600 quid. Yeah, like still up. Right. But again, that's from an indie point of view. Then you've got the second option of the AAA games of we don't really care. Steam will do our servers for us. That's fine because we're going to have millions of people playing our game, so it's going to save us a lot of money if Steam run the service for us.
100%.
So there's the money for them, and we'll make loads of money anyway. And the third option is that middle ground of our game's worth about £25, and those are the people that should be looking elsewhere, in my opinion. Because those are the games where if it's good enough, it'll attract attention anyway, and they won't need Steam. Like World War Z, for example. Yeah, yeah. So, but I still think that right now, Steam will still be able to appease the top and the bottom tiers of the dev demographic. But that middle ground, which is getting bigger, because these
I
indie
was
devs
about to
are,
say,
yeah, like the indie devs are getting bigger. There's a lot more game studios now than there ever was. So, yeah, yeah.
they fund it. They fund it. They make it so that you can make it your.
They print CDs. Yeah. Yeah. He needs to be a lesbian.
Lesbian's too specific. Just go non-binary. Don't even label the genders on your characters.
Yeah.
That's gonna make things less confusing.
It's so dumb.
Have you guys seen that?
Right,
I
but
know, I know.
right, but did they realize that they're also that this whole feminism and equality in games and stuff by doing what Cyberpunk has done has backfired straight away because a lot of the arguments that people are making at the moment is there's no female character that I can identify with. There's no this that I well that person's a nothing, so nobody can identify with that character at all.
You're identifying with your minorities, but then the majority is just gone. Like you've just
Yeah,
lost everyone else.
yeah, it's stupid. Like,
This game is too big. This game is going to be too
but
big to fail for sure.
Steam's business model's fine, I think, at the moment. But in 2 3 years time, no.
That makes it a non-sustainable business model. If it's 2 or 3 years away
Yeah.
from failing, that makes it unsustainable. That already means it's not a good business model.
It's not going to
Think,
collapse, but it will deteriorate.
which is good because competition is good.
Yep, but it will definitely deteriorate over time. That won't happen. That's not going to happen. Gabe is not going to let Steam die overnight. Like,
They
they'll
can't release
never
Half-Life
use
3.
Half-Life 3 ever.
It's too late. There's too much potential hype on that game. It'd have to be amazing. It would have to be the best game of the century.
It couldn't be. Valve can't counter 3, and they don't need to. But we've talked about the options that Valve have and things like mixing Steam with GeForce Now, stuff like that. So, but we're not
Over
going to.
that.
I don't think we're
No.
going to go through that conversation again. But there's ways for them to alternate that business model without scrapping it. Yeah, yeah. There's still yeah. They may make less money, but they'll still make plenty of money.
Less millions is still millions.
And like the biggest thing, and I know Epic said that they're gonna do it. The Steam Workshop is a godsend.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we'll go back to the other one.
I don't fully understand it. Like, it just seems the same to me. I'm 100% aware of what a roadmap is. See, I think this just gives them less liability. Like, if they don't do a thing when it. But that's not good. That means that they've got no hard deadlines. They're not actually planning to do things at a specific date, and the consumers will never know when they should be expecting things. I don't think this is good.
Then you give later deadlines. Like,
Make your deadlines more realistic for yourself.
yeah, yeah, but yeah.
You got to stop
I,
giving them shade for the search bar. They do have a search bar.
but
100%.
turn around to your consumers and saying, "Hey, we'll get stuff done eventually." That's not okay.
It's not good.
That's way worse than being late. I was like, "Hey, sorry, we were late. It's going to take an extra this long." I'd rather that than, we'll do it. Okay.
Yeah, they don't want to be liable for the words they say.
Donkey, apparently we can't hear you.
This whole
on
time.
the stream. That's what I'm getting told.
This whole time. That's
Look,
hilarious.
luckily we filled conversation enough that I think people will fill in the blanks. And we haven't been going that long. Only 10 minutes.
Basically, Donkey said everything I said, and he completely agreed with me the 100%.
Yeah,
I am obviously the
I
smartest
can
guy
second that. Yep. Quiz is the smartest guy here. It's why he's in the middle, but on the bottom.
Okay, working now.
Hey, we're back
You
again.
sure?
Yeah, it's because when I have unplugged my mic to take it to Germany, I need to tell OBS to use this mic and not use nothing.
I
Good
love
idea.
the fact that we gave mad shade to Donkey for his bad intro, but no one even heard
He
it.
actually didn't do one. Yeah. God damn it. Thanks,
For everyone
Jack.
that didn't hear,
Thanks, Jack.
this is
Appreciate
number
that, buddy. So, multiple men in the games industry accused of sexual abuse.
Does
Is
this
this new?
surprise anybody?
Is this new?
Because there's a lot of people this time at the same company.
Like,
It's because
It's not good. It's not okay, and they should be being called out for it. But it's not surprising.
So you're saying they're just guilty because some people just said they're guilty?
no, that's not what he's saying.
At no point did I say they were guilty. I said it's not good.
If they're doing it, we don't know.
If they're doing it, it's not good. But would it surprise anybody if they did? Like, some of these games have literally all the female characters. You get more armor by wearing less clothes. Is it surprising that some of these guys turn out to be a little bit creepy?
No, it's not that. Honestly, the issue for me here with this entire structure of the way things are worded is, and it gets done a lot now, is sexual abuse. Like, what do they mean by that term? Does that mean that at some point one guy in the office said something slightly sexist, or maybe even a joke or a comment that was overly flirtatious or inappropriate in the workplace, and then she was like, "That's not okay. I'm going to HR."
Should do. If they don't feel comfortable, they should.
Which-
I just
which
started a
is
new job,
fine.
and you get training about how to speak to people. If you can't speak to people properly, you will be reprimanded.
I'm
for
not
that.
disagreeing with you, but then all of those things get lumped into sexual abuse. I'm like, really?
Yeah, because when people say sexual abuse, and I hear what you're saying, people just immediately jump to, "Oh, he raped her."
That's
Yep.
the same like saying, "Hey, he grabbed my ass. He practically raped me." No,
No,
he
like,
did something
I
really
think
bad.
it's not okay.
It's not
but
okay. But to put that in the same category as people that get no, as people that get actually raped, like hard penetration raped, molested for life.
Donkey,
There
That's
are
not the same.
levels of it, but it is the
Donkey-
same category.
Donkey, turn your volume up a little bit.
Oh.
They can hear you, but just about.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Your settings would have reset, so.
No.
So yeah, I think it's obviously not okay, but when media grab things like this and lump it all together, it's like, they've done this. This group of whatever have done this. I'm like, no, they haven't. Maybe one guy's done something really bad, and the other 27 who have been accused have made a comment in passing.
Okay, before we just say crap, I want to clarify that one of the cases. I haven't read all the cases because I don't have.
Have you got a link for this? Have you got a source?
It's in the news chat.
Okay, so it's in the
It's
news
gonna
chat,
take me
guys.
10 hours to load.
If anybody wants to look.
Majority of the stuff I talk about, that's. As somebody
Yeah.
doesn't know, the news chat was created by me for me to dump links
Yeah.
that I could use on this podcast. That's why I made it. It was legit called Podcast Chat. And then I renamed it to News because I was like, okay, me.
Oh, it was a PC Gamer article. Okay.
Yeah, like I think there was also.
I quite like that stuff. I quite like that stuff, in fairness.
You're
Meh.
entitled to
Some
your
of them
opinion.
can be blatantly ads.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
You're entitled to your opinion. I like some of their stuff, but some of their stuff I'm like.
Actually, there's been an update since you last checked it. One of the people involved, a Jeremy Sewell, has stated that these 11-year-old allegations.
Yeah,
which is-
false. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at as well.
That was what I was going to say, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys.
This is from 11 years ago.
Yes,
I mean, the world was a different place 11 years ago.
but I think
I don't know what the
is-
statute of
I
limitations
think
is,
what
but
is
that's kinda
really
long.
wrong. It has been retracted since, and the article is dead, which is why the link is dead now, and I removed the link. A guy, I won't say where because that's bad to tell people, but a guy was accused for. Quiz, let's play roleplay. You're a
No,
girl.
let's not. Let's not. Oh no.
You're a girl. I'm a man. I have the higher up position.
Both of
walk
those
into-
things are debatable.
You walk into my office and like, I
Right,
want to
quick.
be a sound designer. And
Do
I'm
it,
like,
Chris. Say you want to be a sound designer. Do it.
Chris.
I want to be a sound designer.
I'm like, that's good.
I believe him.
Because
I believe him.
I make all the sound for all the games in this great company that makes only the best games without bugs ever. But
Brilliant. So I can be a sound
my
designer.
wife is an asshole. You have to help me with that by relieving the tension of me. Will you do that? Then you will be the greatest sound designer there ever was.
I don't know. What
This
to
is
say
the point
next,
where you
'cause I'd
say yes. This is the point where you
Say
say
yes?
Yes, you say yes.
I say yes, absolutely.
Okay,
Sound
Hey, let's-
5 years from now, Alex, the HR department comes in.
Darren?
Get that. Fuck. Gets in, and now removes my name from the game credits because I did
Yeah.
that thing. We don't have a fourth, but that would be cool. The fourth come in and say, no, what actually happened was the other way around. She actually told him, hey, I can do this, and will you then do that?
Either way, it's still wrong.
It's still wrong. But I
But-
think it's kind of wrong to blame him for sexual
Oh,
abuse.
of course.
Because
of course
he
it is.
actually heard it and was like, it's not my business. Or sorry, she actually heard it and was like, it's not my business what she is doing. But like, I can get behind that. I would also maybe, well, if it doesn't hurt my job position and I'm high up in the chain anyway, I don't care. If they're fine by fucking and then he promotes her, then fine. I also wouldn't care.
That's why you're not in charge of the laws.
Yeah. Yeah, thankfully. Thankfully. By the way, have you noticed when Quist does a sad face, this is what he looks like? He's about to do sad face right now.
Why?
Really, I'm really scared. I don't want to do a face.
You want me to...
When you look at it, you realise and you'll be sad. And then we'll see the face.
Is this a... I'm being bullied again.
No, you're not. Right, shall we move on?
Yeah. Okay, so the tech news.
Oh shit, yes.
Hey, you know one of the words in this?
There's a class action lawsuit going on?
No. It's ended.
Oh,
It's been
well
on
yeah,
for like-
obviously.
It's been on for like 10 years.
Has it?
Yeah.
Elaborate?
Okay, so AMD, one of the chip manufacturers of the world, of the three
Yeah.
there is, they used to make CPUs. Now they pay other people to do it. Now, they used to make bulldozer CPUs because that sounded cool. And instead of a CPU is made up of the core that does stuff, and then there is cache, which is some kind of memory. Okay.
Yeah.
And instead of each core having access to the same cache or different independent cache, they was like, nah, this is actually two cores because even though they share this cache, which meant that it was a lot slower than actually dual core. But they branded it as a dual core. People got mad, people sued them. That's taken like 10 years or so. They now
Like class
agree,
action because of how many people it was. It makes
Yes.
sense.
and now it's been settled. I think it actually was settled out of court because AMD realized, okay, we now have money to pay people, so we should do that.
It has been settled out of court, otherwise it wouldn't be classed as settling.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, if not, oh, but they've been fined or they've been
Yeah, right.
whatever.
I think the reason it's taking so long because AMD hadn't had money for 10 years at all, so they would have been fucked if they had to pay anything. Now they actually made some money and they were like, okay, we can settle this. I think
Probably that, and probably it's costing them enough money to keep this class action running that they're probably just going to get rid of it.
They probably thought that if they held off long enough, people would just give up. And then
Yeah.
that blatantly didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody's now gonna get, if you live in the US, of course, gonna pay $20
Woo.
or something stupid. I can't remember the number. It's nothing. It's basically it's
So, cool. Breakpoint and Borderlands 3 requirements.
Yes. And because I'm a knobhead, I haven't had them up. Which is really dumb, and I should go to that.
Borderlands 3, I checked it out. Can basically be run by any computer that
Oh, it's
has
good.
16 gigs of RAM.
That's good, but at the same time, they are a AAA company and should be optimizing games to that extent.
Yeah, they should.
I'm so hyped.
I don't think they should get a pat on the back for doing what they've got the money to do. Optimization costs a lot of money; they can afford to do it.
I think they should get a pat on the back for setting the standard that most AAA games should be up to. Like this
Which-
shows that
which
AAA.
they are.
Yeah, well,
I don't think one has to be setting that standard. Most AAA games can be played on shit fucking computers.
Nah, COD has issues.
COD's a Blizzard game.
Because an Activision
It's
game,
an
they're
Activision
assholes.
game.
Activision Blizzard,
And
yeah.
they have
They're
Activision
shit.
Blizzard King. If I may please.
My
No, you
point
may not.
stands is that is a AAA game
But
that
they
comes out
that
every
is
year.
yeah,
that
but
no
that's
one can run.
special. COD is made by assholes and had always
Yeah.
been made by assholes that don't
But
care
most AAA games can be run on low-end computers.
because they're not as big of assholes. Even
Yeah.
EA is not that big of assholes.
Yeah.
Mention, yeah.
Yes,
No, but you did because you said all.
EA is part of all.
Bad.
Just like your audio is analog.
Mine's digital, personally.
Mine's digital as well. I upgraded last
What
week.
about
had to twist
Breakpoint?
open.
I don't know.
I
about
think
Breakpoint.
the one Borderlands thing. You say it can be one, but the recommended one is the one which is the one I actually often look at.
Yeah,
Because
which is fair.
minimum,
Well, it's still not that high.
what is minimum? I mean, I feel like a lot of people would beg to differ. That 16 gigs of RAM as a
I
recommended.
said that. I said anything that has 16 gigs. That was legit what I said.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
16 gigs. I feel like that's high, and I don't think that's true. I don't think it requires that to run at these settings. I haven't played it. I don't know,
Yeah, we'll see, won't we?
but I know the engine, so I'm like that seems weird. Everything else seems fine to me. It's I think it's good. Wildlands, which is to me known as a game that can run on everything and still looks pretty. At least
Yeah,
for those, right?
I played Wildlands on a 750 Ti, and that was still the prettiest game I'd ever played
Yeah. Right now,
to date.
yeah. My issue here is the low settings.
Well,
It
This
would-
is for Breakpoint, right?
this would breakpoint. Yeah, it would require.
Which, for the record, is a new Ghost Recon game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I just put it as breakpoint.
Cool.
My fault. What it requires of your machine, you need to have at least a 960,
Yeah.
which is the equivalent of a 770 ish. So better than what you had. So you wouldn't be able to play this game.
Yeah, but
I know.
I mean,
This is no, and this is for low settings, 1080p, 30 FPS.
yeah, so that's low, right? Yeah, so
Yeah, and that it requires 8 gigs of RAM. Like, still seems like a lot to me. to
I
require
mean,
8
it's
gigs
not.
of- It RAM is.
If you
cheap.
have a 64-bit computer, you should have 8 gigs of RAM.
Yeah.
You should.
And
There's
in
a lot of
fairness, right?
There's a lot of pre-builds that's sold with 6 gigs of RAM.
A 960 on Amazon's only 180 quid.
Oh yeah, it's the equivalent of like a 1050. Like a
Like,
1050 would smack this. Like it is.
yeah.
It's not hard for a modern computer. So and
Well, and it's a modern game.
yeah, like I just think it's the RAM and the CPU is like weird to me.
CPU's an i5, right?
Yeah, an i5 4460.
Yeah, like
seems weird. It should be lower. Like I think it's weird to compare the AMD Ryzen 3 with that i5. I'm like, they are not comparable. It doesn't make sense to me. I think it's a weird comparison. It
but
makes,
this is
it makes people's computer that can actually run this game look like they can't run this game. That's my issue with it.
because they're talking min max. Like, I probably could wear a t-shirt that was 3 sizes too small, but it's not gonna feel comfortable or look good.
No.
They're not gonna advertise and say yes, you can play this on a 760. But by the way, you're probably gonna see 3 trees every frame.
Yeah, I know. No,
So
No, it just makes it like hardware that is older, that is faster. Looks, I think it's weird. I think
yeah,
it's
but
weird way
they
that-
can't exactly put a full list out either, can they? Of every
No,
single
but I would
graphics card
put
and every
the-
single CPU.
No, I know, but I would put the lowest number I could. That still represent this amount of performance. The exact same, not like worse performance, but the lowest number because then it looks like more people can run it because they have the same performance just with different numbers.
I
Okay,
would prefer them to overestimate and then people not buy the
Yeah,
game that able to
that's
play it.
true. But the best thing they did here, they did a thing. They put a lot of stuff which they put, as I said, the minimum, the recommended, the Ultra 2K, and the Elite Ultra settings. I think that's cool that they did a lot of steps. So like, hey, it's not only min-max. There's a lot of stuff in between, and they, okay, if you want to go balls to the walls, 4K, everything on Ultra settings. You need
$9,000.
Yeah.
$9,000 minimum.
It's not ridiculous. It really isn't. It's an i7 7700K, which is an older CPU than the one I have, and my CPU is not new anymore.
Yeah, mine's brand new, right? Like,
yeah.
So.
You need 16 gigs of RAM, which is fair, and you need an RTX 2080. So it's not like you need the best thing you can possibly buy. It's actually 2 tiers down from that.
2080 is pretty new, yeah, but pretty expensive.
Yeah, but there's the 2080 Super that's better.
Okay.
No,
yes,
there
is.
There
is. I'm not saying you're wrong. I didn't say.
Don't forget, you can get it with a cape, and it makes it run faster.
And there's the 2080 Ti, which is also better, and there's the RTX Titan that is also better. That's 3 GPUs that's better. It's still a great card, but it's not the best card you can afford, or you can buy. Sorry.
Oh.
And I think that's good. That is not like you need to buy the most expensive card for £2,000 to be able to play this game on max settings. I also think it's sad that we don't have a new Crisis. I want that.
I just feel like they could probably have made better settings then. Like if there are GPUs that can do more things, in theory they could have made the settings bigger and better for those potential higher cards.
You could, but that would take.
I'm not saying there's a need for it. I'm not saying
you could, but that would take time to do that, and then people would get the issue with Crisis. Well, I can't run this, but I got that thing. I'm like, wait for better hardware. Fuck you.
As somebody who's played Wildlands a lot, if the map itself is even half the size,
it's a lot and it
that's a lot,
and it already requires 75 gigabytes.
Yeah.
Imagine having to download because it has to be bigger file size. Like
it's gotta be big files for it to be better. Yeah.
Like better textures, better models.
You'd be looking at probably 85, 90 gig.
Yeah, which I get.
I wasn't saying there was a need for.
No. Yeah. But I get what you're saying.
I know.
I also like when they're just like, you need to buy the best, and then this game will look like the best we can possibly make.
Right, that's just kind of perfect.
Yeah.
So Global Foundries, who are they?
They are a company that makes chips, like silicon chips. They produce a lot of the stuff that's in your computer.
So why are they suing whoever TSMC are?
Another company that also makes chips.
So why are they suing them?
Because they said, hey, you looked into our factory. The workers there go back and forth, basically. Like
so they're saying that it's copyright?
Yeah. And
okay, cool.
They're calling them liars. It's ongoing.
I mean, Samsung and Apple have been doing that for decades.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the exact same thing. Talking about Apple.
Yeah, right to repair.
Right to repair. So Apple.
I like this. I read this and loved this.
Yeah, Apple did a really good thing here. They didn't do a perfect job, but they did a lot better than they could have.
They could have not fucked it up to begin with, but it's nice they fixed it.
But we should still be. Hey, it's good. Like I'm really. Hey, go Apple. They didn't do a perfect job, but they did a lot better than kicking the balls.
Is that why your entire room is decorated with Apple wall paint?
Yes.
Just look at it. It looks like actual Apple matte color white.
Yes. Okay, so to elaborate here, what Apple did here is normally if you have an iPhone like Chris, if that thing breaks, you can go into the Apple store and take it to the Morons bar. The Morons will then.
Oh, the Genius bar, right?
Yeah, the Morons.
They're just salespeople. They're just salespeople.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so the Moron bar. Go there. The other thing is copyrighted, so I can't say that. Go to the Morons bar. And then they will tell you that, well, we can't fix this thing because this idiotic thing, and we don't know what we're talking about. Like, yeah, that port is soldered to the motherboard, which it's not. Like, they tell people that the USB port is soldered to the motherboard, which is not. It's on a daughter board, so you can just plug a new one in. But that costs time and money, and they don't do that. You could then walk down to, let's say you live in New York, so you walk down to Louis Rossman and get it fixed. But he can't buy parts at all from Apple. They won't sell parts to anyone ever. But they have now updated that. So now, if you have an independent repair shop, you can order parts directly from Apple to fix and repair iPhone products that is out of warranty.
Gotta be careful because I haven't done this with Max yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But that means that let's say I still have a 5S that I'm happy with, that is out of warranty. Apple won't fix it. I can now go to an independent repair shop and they can have actual Apple certification and buy actual genuine parts from Apple.
The main problem I have with this is Apple are going to overprice them, and then those
and then you're going to get
pass
overpriced.
on. And
We don't.
it won't make a difference long term anyway.
Maybe not, but it's still a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
So some people
before
are
it was
clumsy.
not possible. Before, what the shops had to do was go on eBay and buy from some guy that was dumpster diving in China. That was what they had to do.
Yeah. So
it's good, but it's not perfect.
Let's say you're a clumsy person and you break your iPhone screen 3 times in its lifetime.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not a clumsy person.
That's a
Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't
not
do
the
that.
most clumsy person, but I've only broken my screen ever twice.
Yeah.
So.
I wouldn't do that, but I know people that do it like 3 times a month.
Yeah. Like
100%. That already costs you about half the price of a new iPhone.
Dude.
probably true, depending on how new it
I
is. But yeah.
I personal experience
Yeah,
can
I'm
guarantee
like that's
that.
yeah, I'm like that's
Yeah.
probably I don't know, but that's probably true.
I'm not talking about flagships. The flagships probably aren't that bad. Like, it's probably a quarter of the price, but that's still
Well,
ridiculous. And
yep.
if now Apple is selling those products instead of them being dumpster driven,
Yeah.
old,
Yeah.
stolen from dumpsters, whatever,
Not
I expect those
stolen.
prices to go up, not down. Expect it to make it, for me personally, as a not particularly wealthy person, I expect that to make it harder for me to be able to replace my phone screen, not easier.
Spend £8 on a case instead, you'll be fine.
Have a case, still broke it.
How?
It's not easy to break the
special.
screen.
You need to get one of them little things where you tie it around your phone and then tie it to your wrist.
That's what I need. That's what I need. But then when I fall over, problem still happens.
No, because you'll have your case.
Like it didn't fall screen down.
Yeah, but not all cases just have the back, you know?
Mine goes around the
Oh, you
front
mean
a
like a
little bit
wall?
too.
Like the
Yeah.
one? Oh yeah, you need that one. Like my dad has.
Yeah.
But you know what you do need? You need to see this trailer.
Yeah.
That was the-
Good. That was a terrible segue, but we'll go with it.
Oh. You want to do it again?
I don't know what you're doing.
Why does it do that
Am I
now?
being
How? Are you doing stuff?
No.
Ooh. Okay.
What happened?
Okay.
I
don't
think we
know.
made it to first impressions.
We've passed on all we know. A 1,000 generations live in you now. But this is your fight.
so there was a lot
What
of
did you,
old footage there.
yeah, what did you think? That wasn't the trailer to me. That was to be honest shit.
Yeah, there was some new stuff in there.
Like, I'm glad that they didn't reveal a bunch of stuff from the movie because I hate when trailers do that. And then it's like, hey, look, here's all this cool stuff, and then you have to watch the movie. It's like, oh look, I've seen all the cool stuff.
Chris, say something.
Liked it for exactly those reasons. It
Yeah.
was a hype trailer. It hyped me, and I am actually
hype me.
excited to see this film now. It hasn't shown me anything about it. I was probably going to go and watch it, so I'm actually
I
happy
will
with the
go.
trailer.
I'll go watch it anyway. But like,
Nobody that hasn't seen at least the previous 2 movies is going to go watch this anyway. You shouldn't be saying anything in your trailer. You should be making hype, and I think that's what it did.
you should, but I didn't. I thought that was shit.
I think it was. I think they overdid it a bit with the old
I-
footage.
I-
But
yeah.
I kind of get the hey, this is the
I
story.
could
so
see what they
far.
were going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
I think they went a bit overboard, but I think I got the point that when I've watched all the Star Wars movies plenty of times, some of my favorite movies ever. I like them. But I once watched them chronologically. I didn't do that the first time, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
I
Well,
watched
you couldn't
episode
have.
4,
I couldn't
5,
have.
6,
I was
1, 2,
alive.
3. No, you weren't. You weren't alive
You're
when
not
the
that
first
old.
Star Wars came out.
Before the prequels came out, yes, I was.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I thought you meant when the first one came
So
out.
so I couldn't have watched them chronologically. Like,
pretty sure I was too.
Yeah, I was.
yeah, but you would have been like 2.
I remember like the only Star Wars movie I've ever watched ever in the cinema is Episode 1 and Episode 3.
I watched none of them except the newest ones.
Oh yeah, I've also watched
7
that,
and
but
8.
of the old.
Yeah, I didn't watch them.
I watched Episode 1 and Episode 3, and I watched Episode 3 before. Anyway,
Did you ever? Have you ever? Do you know cinemas in Denmark? I assume they do the same thing that they do over here, where it's like, hey, we're gonna play Lord of the Rings because the new Hobbit's coming out. So if you turn up 12 hours earlier, you can watch the full first 3. Star Wars does that too. I would not go and watch the first 6 Star Wars movies just because I don't feel like I am nerdy enough to fit in with everybody else who would be doing that.
I did that when Episode 7 came out.
I like to think I could fit in with that crowd.
I did.
But
that
if
with-
it was Lord of the Rings, yes, I could.
I did it. I didn't do it with Lord of the Rings because
I didn't do it, but I would.
Yeah, I would. I did it with the Hobbit.
But,
I did it. But
That's just.
what I was going to say, like the way I felt was like, wow, this is poor quality movie, because it was like the first one were ass, like 4, 5, 6, like
It depends when you watched it.
but like not the today's standard, they look like ass.
Well, yeah, I mean, it depends when you watched
yeah,
it.
but like today. So when I watched it, it was like, better. When you watch like them chronologically, it's like Episode 1, well, 2, it got better. 3, the best thing they could achieve in that thing. And then you go to Episode 4, where it's just a...
No, I don't think it. I think it holds up a lot better than a lot of movies of that generation.
It holds up
You're
better.
giving it
Yeah.
a lot more shade than it deserves.
Yeah,
Like it's
I-
definitely a drop off, but it's
Yeah.
not as hard
Yeah,
as you'd
I
expect.
think it
for
actually
a
holds
when
up
I watch
really
it back
well.
to back, I feel like it was a drop off for me.
Well,
When
obviously.
and that's what I get from this, because I see all the old footage, and then the new one's like, I think it makes the new ones look better than they should. But I think that's
Cool.
fine. I think it makes sense. It, as you said, Chris, it gives me hype. And I like the way they did the trailer. I think they overdid it, but I like the way they did it.
Yeah. Right, so we move on to what we're playing, boys.
I've been playing nothing. I've been getting the house ready.
1 sec.
Oh yeah. You've been
How
playing.
do I get away from this? You made this.
What's up?
Have you done another one?
No, my hands are here. What's wrong, Donkey? Are you gonna move on to what we're playing or what? Here we go. You got there. Good job.
Okay, what have you been playing? I've been playing the Metro Exodus DLC, the 2 kernels.
Yeah, he has. Disco told me. How's that going?
I wish I played more of it than I have, but first impressions of it is it's like old expansions.
Super briefly, does it hype you up more for the potential movie coming out?
Yes, I think.
Okay.
It goes back to what the 2 old Metro games was, but the first level I've only played the first level of it.
Okay.
And it is I won't spoil anything. You go around and you burn slime with a flamethrower. And look,
Sounds good.
it looks cool. It feels cool. It's like, well, and it tells a cool story while you're doing it. That's fine. And then it swaps back and forth with, like between the main game's timeline and a year. Yeah, I think it's a year before that. It's the two kernels. So surprise, the kernel from the Colonel Miller from the main game, and this other kernel that you will learn about later in the game. You should play the game before you play the DLC, or else you'll spoil the game.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but it's a good DLC. I hope it if it continues this is then good. It's an act. I'm glad they took the time and released a proper DLC.
Chris, don't starve? Question mark.
That's pretty much all I've played this week. Obviously,
Yeah,
the
played
standard
Rocket League?
and
Yeah.
but it could be on there every week if you want.
How's BBU been getting on with Rocket League lately?
6-0 in the last 3 weeks.
Yes, let's
Sorry,
go,
that's
boys.
That's the prospect. That's my
Yeah.
team. That's not the other two teams.
Have you
got a
played
fun-
in the last 2 weeks for the prospect team?
It's not really relevant. I've played the last 3. But no, yeah, a little bit of Don't Starve Together. I need more people to play with. I love that game.
I've moved on
hit
to
me up.
Pastures New and somewhere better. Stardew Valley.
How good is
That's
that?
what I am now.
How good is that? I've heard good
It's fun.
things, but I have never actually played that.
It's fun and it's super chill.
Is it multiplayer or single player?
It's up to 4 player. However, I now have modded mine, so I've removed the multiplayer cap. So anyone can join my game.
But can you play it alone?
It's not.
What?
Can you play it alone?
You can play it alone, yeah.
I don't play multiplayer games, Alex.
You don't have to.
That's what but you know, some games like they don't work single player.
No, yeah, you can totally play single player, yeah. 100%.
Like Don't Starve, it's kind of weird. Don't Starve Together, it's kind of weird single player. You can do
Don't
it,
Starve.
but it's like
Just because there's a game for that.
Yeah.
No. Like,
But
no.
Stardew can play single player or with up to 4 players. I've got a mod, so now we have an unlimited amount, so anyone who wants to join can. I'm new, all I do is become a Pokemon trainer and go on the mines, and it's fun. And I fight little monsters and hit rocks. I've also been playing a lot of League, made it back to Plat. Woo!
Sweat.
Good at the game.
Ah, speaking of, I've technically been playing a lot of TFT as well.
Oh,
Gold
you've been
for-
on the TFT? Oh, shit! Go you! That'll show up on your League, you know.
I know it does.
Oh, wow.
I'm so proud of you. Look at you doing well in a different game. Yeah, there's no other words coming at the end of that, sorry. This is a completely different game.
It's fine.
But I'm glad that you're good at it, though.
Do you still think they should like split the League client or do something so it doesn't look like you're playing League with Great City?
Yes.
I
They
think
should reorganise
separate
it.
Having played a lot more League and a lot more TFT, I think it should be reorganized as well.
I told you, right? Like, they need to go with the Blizzard model of Battle.net, of your games down the side.
Yeah, the Riot launcher.
But it's more convenient. It's more convenient for everyone to just load up League and then you decide what you're playing when you're on there.
How's it more
There's
convenient?
a
No,
large
they can still
crossover.
use the same launcher. Still use the same, like, just why not?
Do you remember
It's
the
still the
old?
lobby the same way.
Do you remember Battle.net, Chris? You probably don't.
Well, then yes, I do. But they're about as separated as they can be. Then in that case, there's a different button at the top. That's it.
What bothers me is they have said that they're going to stop releasing other game modes because TFT is so successful. So the random fun stuff that we would get from time to time, like 6 versus 6, or all for one, where everybody has to play the same champion in a 5v5 game, all that stuff stopped because TFT is so good.
That's kind of sad.
They said they'll bring out variants of Earth every now and then, which is great, but
That's
what
bad.
about everything else?
That's bad. I don't know.
Well, they've got to put all the resources somewhere, you know what I mean?
I know.
Like-
The
I know.
biggest company ever.
It's a matter of man hours.
TFT will consist of players who already played League and now play TFT as well, or instead of. It will not consist of new players that are going, you know what, I'd like TFT for 2 reasons.
I
One,
could see it bringing in a couple of
Auto Chess was out
players.
first. Auto Chess was out first, though. So the only way it will bring in new players is if they were League players, they stopped playing League, Auto Chess came out, they played Auto Chess, then TFT came out. And they were like, okay, we'll try the League version. And therefore it's not bringing them more money. The second reason, TFT doesn't actually bring you money at all because you don't buy skin.
That's because you're in beta still. I think
You
that-
can buy a skin for your hero that you play as, and that's it.
I reckon they'll make it so that you can design like a whole deck of different characters.
Yeah.
which is cool.
When it's out of beta.
But if I've spent £400 on League of Legends already, give or take, why should I then have to spend more money on skins for a different game mode when I've already got that skin for my characters elsewhere? And if I can use the ones I've already got, then they're not getting new revenue. So they can't just keep doing the other game modes as well. Like, they
We'll see
don't
what
make money.
They must have some kind of plan here. We'll see what they do.
They have got a plan, and the plan is to stop supporting the other game modes and just stick to TFT.
I meant from a monetary standpoint, they must have a plan here. They're
Yeah.
not just throwing more resources at something that's a monetary.
TFT will have a competitive scene, a legitimate professional competitive scene
Beyond that scene.
next year.
Yeah.
Next year. Early next year.
Soon.
Worlds is next month. So once Worlds is out the way, Riot don't have anything to do until the spring split. So that gives them 2 months to go. Bam, 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 TFT.
I think you're right.
I usually am
Coming
when
out
it comes
soon,
to the league.
I think you're right. I think it is. It is gonna happen. But I
What's
also
coming out
think
soon is Gears of War 5 on the 10th of September. So 9 days away. You guys play Gears? You won't. You're a PlayStation fucking faggot.
I played some of the older Gears on my friends' Xboxes.
Hey.
You were in the promised land.
Gears of War is my favorite game series of all time. Individually, they are not my favorite games, but as a whole, the storyline's great, the combat's great, the movement's great, the campaigns are like 60 hours. They all tie in really well with each other. It's got the gore element. There's the heartfelt storyline in there as well.
They just tick a whole bunch of boxes.
Yeah, I love Gears.
What it ticks for him is the same boxes like Wolfenstein ticks for me. Same
Yeah,
way you like it.
It's phenomenal. And the fact that you can play with friends.
Super good. Like,
very good.
I agree. It's very good series. And I agree with it's not, oh my god, the best games ever individually.
No. I'm never like, oh, Gears is coming out, yes! But at the same time, I'm like, hey, shit.
Like,
that game series is
when
boss.
comes out. Because that
I said before Quest that I'm getting the new card.
Yeah, but you still don't sound like that when you talk about COD.
Retract that statement, Donkey. I'm looking at you. Chris is looking all the way up. He's going to look around. But I'm hyped. Maybe we'll have a trailer for it next week, just before it comes out, I think.
Yeah, launch trailer. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. We'll probably watch it on the podcast, is what I was getting at.
I realise.
Would make sense.
Cool.
Game deals this week.
Steam! Dying Light Enhanced Edition 70% off because Dying Light 2 will be out soon. Also looks like an amazing game. First game's good, but I'm never going to play it because I tried to play it 4 times. Fuck everybody who tried to play that game with.
I don't care what Eagle says. The intro to that game is not good.
Fun. It's fun once. It's also long.
Yeah, but we have to do it again because I'm going to replay this game. It's like...
Yeah. Mafia 3 75% off. It's shit anyway. The second one's better. Don't get the third one. It sucks.
It doesn't suck that bad.
Yes, it does. And 3D Mark, I don't know what that is.
It's benchmarking software.
Oh, cool.
Which, if you ever think of like, hey, I want to overclock or I want to do something with my computer, now it's a good time to buy that software.
Wrong. Use GTA 5. This is benchmark and GTA, right?
That's not how it works.
I mean, it'll tell you if it works or not.
No, because it's not optimized to put the correct load on your machine. So
you play Anno 1800 is on sale again, just in a different place. 33% off. That's pretty new. Siege is on sale. Quist's internet is fucking off. Some will ignore him.
Wow, you just
yes,
full die. Wait, stop. You like ass.
So did Quist.
As in, we can't understand.
I think it's Alex.
No. Wow, Quist just died. Quist is back.
It wasn't me. It was
Discord.
Discord.
Yeah, I changed the server.
It was Discord. You changed the server. Right.
Okay.
So yeah, the reason Siege is also on Origin is because it wasn't exclusive on release, and like 97 different people got a slice of that pie when it was made. I'm 60% off. It's a good game. I'll be playing it. Could play it. It's fun.
Epic also has Anno on the exact same sale.
They don't really want to pay full price for that game, do they?
No. And
I feel like I fucked up the price there.
Game.
Did I?
No, that looks right to me.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. Fuck.
Inside
Also
it's
Leicester
Leicester
free.
3, yeah. And GOG The Witcher 3 Game of the Year edition 70% off. Lower the price already. It's doing me fucking head in.
Yeah, I don't
You're
know.
not gonna know every other month.
Lower that fucking game
Same-
to 20.
Same with Frostpunk. Frostpunk's at a £25 game now anyway.
But you know why they're doing Witcher right now, don't you? Because it's Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah. Like, it's
Don't think
just
they're
lower
gonna...
the price,
But legit,
please.
I don't think they're gonna sell that many copies. Like whoever want to play that game,
They've
bought that
already
game.
got it.
They've also got the Netflix series coming out, which actually is really
Yeah.
good.
Which I've heard is really good, yeah. Yeah.
We watched the trailer.
Yeah, we did, yeah. Yeah, we did. Watch the trailer of the podcast.
It looks.
dope.
And I'm hyped for that.
That was before your time, Chris.
I know, that's why I was looking down.
It was in-
Did you timestamp that video? Of course you didn't.
It's 50-50 chance.
Right. So we got a clip of the week.
I loved this clip. This is my
Yes.
boys. This is my boys being amazing on stream against
oh, fuck,
Aztecs.
that doesn't work.
that
Let's
doesn't
do it this
I sent you
way.
this ages. Alex sent you this ages ago.
That was the incorrect thing again. Fuck. Aha!
Really well done.
This is dope.
I could watch this all day. In fact, I watched it like 30 times.
I watched it.
You
It's
wanna watch
actually-
it? Should we watch it again?
Yeah, I watch it 2 or 3 times. It's so good. Should have got more time. It's so good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Hindsight though, innit?
Yeah, it's 2020.
It's actually insane. Like,
Caps on hindsight. Oh, the quality looks poo on stream.
yeah, because you've downloaded a GIF.
No, but it
From-
looks fine here.
Yeah. Anyway,
I know what's wrong. Fuck. I need to fix the router.
cool. That's us for today.
Yeah, sorry there wasn't no update last week. But
That was
to
half intentional.
Make, yeah,
Yeah.
but that was to make the numbers make sense again.
That and everyone was tired after Germany, right?
Fuck. Yes. Yes. Liverpool meet up in October 14th to the 18th, Monday to Friday, the 42nd week of the year.
Yeah.
If you want to come.
What's
42.
42nd week of the year?
42.
We don't do that,
42.
but yeah, a lot of countries that way do. Yeah.
42.
I was
No.
befuddled. I'm like, why
Yeah.
do you know that?
Because Donkey said to me, week 42. I was like, sorry, what? He was like, the 42nd, what? 14th of October. I was like, okay.
Yeah. It's like
Um,
week 7. That's when we have winter break.
Maybe I just done my research. Anyway, there's a chat for it. It's going to get closed tomorrow because, fuck yeah, I'm not leaving it open for everybody to spam in.
We might leave it till Wednesday.
Wednesday, Tuesday, either or. Wednesday,
I'm gonna do
Wednesday.
that- I'm gonna do
Wednesday.
that after the update.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
That was my
Um,
guess.
if you are interested, I can answer any questions you've got. It's free. It's really cheap to stay in.
You can also send me
Yeah.
messages, and I'll just forward you on to Alex.
Yeah, that works too.
If you send me messages, I won't do shit. I don't care.
Plans of what we're gonna do. Monday, I think Monday, Tuesday, we're pretty much not booked up, but Monday's when people are gonna be arriving, so it's kind of a dead day.
We can go to the movies.
Again, I probably will, to be honest, on Monday, but for different reasons. And so if we're going out, it'll probably be Wednesday, Thursday. So we're going to come for a couple of days, come at the latter end of the week, because
I think that's what Timmy was planning on.
yeah, Thursday night student night. So if we're going to go out on a proper piss, it'll probably be Thursday. So if you're just going to come for a couple of days, come like Wednesday, Friday, meet everybody Wednesday, chill out, go out Thursday, and then go home hungover on Friday.
So,
Or come the full week if you want, like
Yeah.
whatever.
And you don't have to be on the server for a long time to come. Everybody's welcome. We hope to see as many people as
Yeah.
possible. And once again,
and if you decide to come, please hit the emote in the welcome
yeah,
page.
hit that thing.
Yeah.
Like we're legit gonna close it. If you realize
yourself the
afterwards, hey, I wanna come. I'm new. What the fuck?
Still available.
DM one
Yeah.
of us and we will sort you out.
Yeah.
It's not an issue.
But
And again, like if you have
It's going to be one of those things like the last one was with Gamescom. The more people say yes, the more people will say yes. Like, don't be afraid to be the first person. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to go like this. There's like, just offhand, there's a guaranteed 5 of us.
5? Is that low?
Us 3 and Donkey and my girlfriend. That leaves... That's 100% definite.
Okay.
Nobody
Timmy
else
and
will
Mikey are pretty much definite. Dennis is a probably... Like, so there's near enough 10 of us, like...
pretty sure Pato's a near definite.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Has he not said anything?
No.
No?
And he has not reacted to the emoji.
I'll talk to him.
Please do.
Oh, that was the admin voice there. I will
Yeah.
talk to him.
Yeah. But yeah, please come along. It'll be great fun. Anything you two want to add before we call it a day?
Make sure that if
I'm
you
not
have...
on a lot this week, but I will still be able to reply to messages.
Cool.
Cool.
If you have any ideas for next year's big trip meetup thingy like Gamescom, we will start planning that soon.
Well, yeah, as soon as we get ideas.
And check
Cool.
out the merch store.
Yeah, check out the merch store. Buy the sick merch. And if you got some merchandise, post pics in Chat Town.
Thanks everybody who came in, watched us today. Thanks
Especially
Jack
Chris.
for pointing out the thing to us. Thanks Elad for joining at the end and saying that Bato's a definite thing. We love you all. We'll be on the update on Wednesday. Hi Kiri.
Is he not wearing pants? Oh, yes.
She's wearing pants. She's wearing great. She's
Are we
wearing
about to
great
get a
pants.
strike?
Yeah,
She's
right?
wearing great
I
pants.
was like, what?
Yeah. So yeah, thanks everybody who tuned in, and we'll be back next week. Peace.
Quiz 2 timestamps.